Hi. I was gonna quietly pull a picture of... I was gonna have two pictures. Just quietly drag two pictures on the stream. One of Venom Snake and one of Apollo at the beginning of this game. But I was too much of a coward to look up anything from this game. I realized if I just look up Apollo Ace Attorney 5, that's not gonna be good. I just remember him looking fucked up. Anyway, I don't know if we're gonna get this case, but we're hurtling towards it, maybe. Hello, friends.
Hi. Gaza said no swearing.
I'm not allowed to swear. I didn't even see it come up.
What? I didn't either.
It just happened. I'm looking at chat.
I'm looking at chat too. It's not there for me.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I can see it.
Oh, it's there. I did it.
Shasta 5000. Redeem no cursing for 1,500 channel points.
Why is it not there?
Can't buy it again.
Yeah, the reward's on cooldown for another 9 minutes.
That's
and 30
really
seconds.
funny because it's not in chat for me.
Yeah, no, I don't see it either. Which is
It's my trap card.
I'm happy to participate. It is funny though. Aw, beans.
Ah, beans. Man, I'm so excited for the return of beans.
Yeah! Beans!
Bean,
And it's
return.
definitely going to be the same xenomorph, but not a different one.
Absolutely. It's not like there are multiple xenomorphs in existence.
It was only ever the
Real
one.
quick.
Yeah, just
The
one.
it's the Sigma male, lone wolf. Yeah.
Amanda Ripley is still alive, and so is that xenomorph.
Yeah.
That's definitely what the end of Alien Isolation meant.
Yeah.
Though I
Couldn't
don't
have
remember,
been anything else.
I don't remember a lot of the end of that game. I just remember not liking it and being on fire in space because it broken.
Yeah.
I remember complaining desperately about all of the different things they did.
Because I think they just rushed it, if I remember correctly. Yeah. It's just like the thing that we thought we fixed, we didn't fix, and now everyone has to die about it.
Yeah. No, that's it.
Yeah. The cosmic turnabout.
Hell yeah, brother.
Interesting. Oh, I'm getting text from
Yeah.
Cosmic brownie, here we come.
We getting cosmopolitan in this bitch. That's what that means, right?
Hey Levi,
What?
Yes.
no cursing.
Wow.
Oh, come on!
Wow.
I didn't know I wasn't here. I wasn't here.
Yeah.
It wasn't showing up for everybody in the chat.
Yeah, it hasn't been showing up, so leeway.
Still getting you.
Lee, by the way.
I'm still winning.
Yeah! Yeah! Present day!
We're back.
Is this me now? Am I Apollo again?
You can't be for the opening
The
cutscene.
courtroom bombing incident, terrible attack. That incident
Could you
perfectly...
click the button?
No, I'm not! Perfectly
it's not-
symbolized the state of the legal world in this
Okay.
dark age of the law. I'm not clicking
Sorry.
anything.
I thought I saw a clicky button.
Mr. Wright brought it to resolution. I missed the last word.
Of
Of
sorts.
sorts.
Of sorts. It happened.
It kind of happened.
Ted Tonate was
right,
discovered to be
that's
the
a
one
lot.
responsible for the bombing. If only it were that shrimple. Somehow.
Please.
I can't help but think. I forgot how funny Ted Tonate's name is.
You said it wrong a lot.
There's a darker influence at work. One that's lurking in the shadows. Waiting. That's why I want to review the trial that was taking place when the bombing occurred. Okay, maybe next time we'll have punished. After all, I've got more than a few personal stakes in it. Is that Frank gonna
I've
be
put
dead?
so many
I-
stakes in
Gonna
it.
have to
Really?
fucking-
I really want the friend to be dead and we never meet him. It would be the
Apollo
funniest
isn't allowed to have friends.
Nope.
Space.
Okawa space?
1 hour
Now
remaining
we're in
until
Florida.
launch. Please begin your final equipment check.
Oh no.
Check complete. Everything's a-okay. We're ready here whenever you are.
Oh, Jesus!
I don't think that's okay.
Oh, God, the
That is fine.
teachers!
Come in.
No.
Copy.
Alex.
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 Look.
I'm not letting you get away with it.
I don't think you get to make that one.
If I can make 9/11 jokes, I can make Challenger jokes.
You can't make jokes about either.
They...
Oh,
Rip.
jeez. Oh, God, there's an imposter.
Oh my god, that's right. This is the fucking Among Us game.
No
Haley,
swearing!
No, it's because there's a
I think
spaceman who
we-
dies.
More than half of us have said that before at this point.
I have been very cautious
Oh,
to
yeah,
not do
whatever.
a swear.
I am also being a very good
Perhaps
boy.
at the end, there should be a reward instead of a punishment for this one.
I never know what the
We get to be a
reward
little silly with it today if we
Yeah.
succeed.
December 16th, 9:12 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 5.
Time for another trial to begin. This one is different.
Oh god, who is this?
I don't know.
It could be Phoenix. It could be
Um,
Athena. It could be
sorry
to
Zoe.
bother you,
Just be the
but-
bailiff.
Someone's saying it in the most
Sorry.
normal person voice.
Sorry, babe.
Sorry to bother you, but
We're
Oh,
on
it's
something
Junie.
Oh, sorry to bother you, but are you alright, Apollo?
Ah! Was I making a scary face just now? Oh, hi, Juniper. Yes, I'm fine. I'm just doing my chores of steel exercises. Now I'm all ready to go.
Yes, knowing you, I'm sure you will be just fine.
I keep screaming it. It's got to be true at some point.
Oh, I brought you a present from my garden.
Is this a lotus root?
That's right. My grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes.
I do have good eyes already.
She even says that if you look through the holes, it can help you see into the future.
I don't know why, but I was already kind of getting an image of like using it for some kind of ointment. But like now she's saying, when you look into it, I'm just imagining Apollo taking it and rubbing it directly on his eyeballs.
Oh.
It's nightmarish.
Like cucumber slices, but lotus root
Well,
slices.
look, you at
Oh,
least
dude,
close your
I
eyes.
love lotus root. Man. Oh, so crunchy.
It's for good luck. Maybe later you can cook it and...
Thanks for this. I'm gonna have some right now. Nom,
Nope.
nom.
Oh! Oh my!
Oh, it's poisonous when not cooked.
He is just rubbing it on his eyeballs. Kind of tough though. Look, if I've learned anything from my
LMAO.
mentor, it's you get something, you put it in your mouth immediately.
You can't eat it raw! But thank you for the enthusiastic try.
If a girl gives you something, you eat it. That is the law
seen
of
that.
being a lawyer.
Anything a girl hands you goes in your mouth.
I feel like this is bad.
It was really bad and dangerous when Scuttlebutt handed over evidence. Oops. If she didn't think me weird before, she will now. I gotta calm down. Who's Athena now?
That's-
Oh, me? Heck. Apollo!
Yeah.
Sorry I'm late.
Hi, Tina.
Junie! Didn't know you were coming today. I need to make her Italian. I've got to figure it out someday.
Oh
Was
god.
it French?
It was,
Was it French you were thinking?
It was French, but that was a joke. Because I couldn't do it.
Did you come to cheer Apollo on? Oh, I get it, you sly little thing, you.
Stop.
Quit kidding around, Athena. The trial's about to start any second. Is everything all set?
Oh, Apollo. Apollo, when will you ever figure it out?
Figure out what. Wow, that was the longest sigh I've ever heard. Larry?
This is it. It's all over for me.
Kaido?
Gyaxa! Gyaxa!
I think it's I was thinking reading it as Gyaxa, but yeah, Gyaxa's probably.
Isn't that the
Gyaxa.
Gen Alpha thing? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh no.
It doesn't take place in 2028.
Ugh.
Bought a space.
They're gonna find me guilty.
I do like how the big zipper in front looks like a tie.
Oh, that's a good
It
point.
does.
That's a nice design
Is
choice
the-
actually.
Biggest zipper I've ever seen in my life.
Also,
Pretty
this,
large.
like, God, they were like, okay, yeah, he's in the spacesuit, but how will people know he's an astronaut? And they're like, well, we gotta make his head a rocket.
This is the second spaceman with a goatee that Levi has voiced.
This
What's
is
the first one?
Kaido Momoda.
Kaido.
Oh right, yeah.
Luminary
no.
of the Star.
Yeah, so
Flew
true.
to the stars. He wasn't
Yeah,
technically.
sorry. I was
an
trying to think of
astronaut yet.
who else in Ace Attorney was that. I was like,
man,
fuck.
this is our client. One Mr. Solomon Soul Starbuck. Sad Spaceman is this guy's name. He's a very famous astronaut who happens to be an acquaintance of mine. Not my friend, though. Not the friend, just an acquaintance. He wouldn't know it right now, but he's usually a very upbeat and driven person. But someone pointed at him and said he was sus. The scene of the crime, this happened. The scene of the crime this time happened to be the Cosmos
This
Space Station.
happened.
There wasn't even any evidence. They just pointed at
Scene
me.
of the crime. This happened.
Back in high school, my best friend and I went there almost a little too much. They said I couldn't join because the justice part of my name was too much of a nominal determinism. I had to be a lawyer. I could not be an astronaut. They were like, Apollo's pretty good, but your last name supersedes. Sorry, man, you got.
We don't have it. We can't. We don't have anything that we can work out with the justice part of that.
Yeah.
There was no Space Force at the time.
Oh my lord. It's worse. This man's got a cone mullet.
Hell yeah, brother.
This man.
And it makes him look like a spaceship.
This man.
brother.
I can't believe he just committed to this. I'm gonna be a spaceman, and
Ugh.
everyone should know it looking at me at all
This
times.
is so bad. But that's where we
That's
met
great.
Mr. Starbuck. We'd asked about space travel, and he'd launch and do story after story with so much passion. Back in those days, the man was 100% my hero. He is still an astronaut? Don't those guys do like 3 trips max and then retire?
I mean, we don't know we've been on any trips yet, I guess. Also,
mean-
it's the future.
That's fair.
But also, like, Apollo was in high school not that long ago.
Yeah, Apollo's
I
remember
23
Apollo's
that's
right now.
fair, that's
Apollo's
fair.
23. It's been like 5 years, maybe. They don't usually
Apollo's-
retire that soon.
I should not look at this yet. He's not in there.
We are at the point where we are older than all of the
Yeah.
the protagonists of these games.
Oh
Or-
Jesus.
Yeah.
Phoenix is older than that, isn't he?
He's like 30 right now.
Now he's in
Yeah,
his
yeah.
30s, but what, like
Yeah.
for the original trilogy.
Yeah, he was 20,
Wow.
23
I
in the
mean,
first
we're also
game. or
all older
24.
than you, Shasta.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, you are, baby.
Let's all point and laugh at
that's me.
Levi for missing his lines and being old.
And being the oldest one. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting senile. Are you sure you're okay with being my lawyer, Apollo?
Of course I'm sure. I know you, Mr. Starbuck. I know what you are. I know you're not the type to commit murder.
You did my haircut, give it away. Thanks, but I was supposed to be in space. In space. I was supposed to be in space.
I was supposed to
Right
play
about
in
now.
the space.
Is
this gonna be your thing? He's so depressed. He's almost solemn. It's almost like it's an act.
Oh, Solomon. Oh, that's the. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's what Alex meant when they said he's a sad space
I
man.
didn't get it. I didn't get it. Now I get it.
The launch getting called off must have been a huge shock.
I'll probably never get the chance to go into space again.
Don't say that! Don't stop believing! Besides, you just
Hold
have
on to that feeling.
to that feeling. Besides, you just have to go into space again. They can't get you in space. That's
We
outside.
cannot-
That's outside of California's jurisdiction.
Right.
There's no one up there to extradite you.
Yeah, I don't think I could face Clay in the afterlife if I just rotted away in a cell.
I wonder what this name's supposed to represent.
Yeah. It's
Karen. I
yeah.
can't believe he was murdered.
Why wasn't it
His
you,
name is
Saul?
Earth.
Earth boy.
He's like
So-
Moon, but Earth.
Why couldn't we have? Why couldn't you have switched? This guy's hot.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you have Rocket Head. You might have been hot if you had a different haircut.
Imagine going up to your client and being like, why couldn't it have been you? I mean,
We're all
he was-
wondering this.
He was such a promising astronaut under your command.
He wasn't when he wasn't under your command.
He kind of sucked on his own.
Mm-hmm. Everyone point and laugh.
Levi.
at Levi.
Yeah, fuck, I'm sorry. I'll get there.
He's so
Yeah.
busy being depressed looking at this man's face.
He was a good guy. Always there to pick me up when I was down. No one loved life as much as him, that's for sure. He was always so full of energy, telling me, "You're fine, Mr. Starbuck."
Oh my god. I was joking!
Yeah, well, you're
We know.
Apollo with the gift of prophecy.
Yep, there it is.
Oh my fucking god. Oh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Welcome to Apollo's second backstory.
This is the funniest thing that could have happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
How could something like this happen to a guy like him, huh?
They came close. When they were writing this, they were like, okay, did we kill the Rocket Boy or did we kill the friend? And like everyone was like, yeah, but the friend is so much hotter. We got it. It's like, yeah, but we did this already with Larry. So we can't do it again. We did it with Larry, we did it with Edgeworth. The friend's gotta die. Sorry, Apollo.
You're a main character.
I've never seen Mr. Starbuck so down.
Clay Clay is gone and I'm going to prison, I wish I could burn up like a shooting star right now.
Mr. Starbuck, you'll be fine.
Oh, what was it? What's with the yelling?
I wasn't yelling.
No, you
I'll
were.
get to the bottom of this today, you'll see. And in exchange, I want you to go back into space for you and Clay. Promise?
Does that mean you have lots of evidence to prove my innocence?
Space priest. Space priest.
Sure.
What?
Alex is saying that the
Oh,
thing
I
underneath
see.
looks like a priest's scarf.
Oh,
He was going up there so many times because he was officiating weddings between aliens. He brought Catholicism
Sure.
to space.
Cthulhuism.
it's a missionary program. Fuck.
Cthulhu is.
System.
Oh, well, about that. Yeah, didn't get to investigate the area as much as I'd like, thanks to both police.
I'm done for. I'm a goner.
That was last case.
Everybody thinks I did it.
You did.
Thought I was gonna soar like a comet, but I'm just gonna crash like a meteorite.
Oh, don't say that, Mr. Starbuck.
Don't count yourself out yet.
I know that it's hard to lose a teammate, but you've got to keep going.
And what about you, Apollo?
What about me? I hated that guy.
I was just thinking, wasn't Clay your best friend?
Nah, we got into a fight right before. I think it has something to do with a knife and my knife going into it. It's that's a whole thing. We don't gotta go into it. We need to focus on the trial right now. Are you all ready to go?
Apollo.
Damn, that
Girl,
was
we
a
can't
loud.
do this right before the trial starts. Jesus Christ.
We need to have therapy right now.
The trial is about to begin.
And we'll do it in the trial. Yeah.
Let me use my psychology.
If the defense would please proceed to the courtroom.
Okay, here we go.
This is it. This is one trial I can't afford to lose.
Watch them skip the whole trial segment straight to guilty.
For Clay's sake and our clients, I will find Clay's killer. There won't even be a guilty because a bomb will go off.
How are you gonna do that, Apollo? You have so much discord in your heart. You can see it. We need to deal with it, please. Please let me use my thing.
Court is now in
There's the-
session.
there's
Shut
the
the
thingy.
fuck up.
Oh, I'm already punished. Holy shit.
I think.
So
Uh,
I remember Judge being Shasta.
Oh, okay. Court is now in
Yeah.
session for the trial of Solomon Starbuck.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. I'm already a little bit punished.
Excuse me, Mr. Justice.
Yes, Your Honor.
What happened to your eye?
Cat scratched me. Alien cat. I'm fine! The defense is ready, Your Honor!
Are you sure? I don't...
I've not even been to the hospital yet. Leave me alone. I'm fine, Your Honor. The defense is ready.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. He's been like this since yesterday. He keeps insisting it's just a sty.
I thought it had something to do with the murder or whatever, but something has happened and he's hiding it, and everyone's just like, "This is fine." Apollo.
I suppose it's something he doesn't want to discuss.
I can discuss it all day. It's a sty. I put my eye on a microscope.
Maybe he's entering a touchy age.
Oh my God.
The dude also thinks he's a child, like me.
Very well. And the prosecution? The prosecution appears to be ready as well.
Silence.
Fucking love this guy. Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet.
Oh, interesting.
Hmm?
Ah!
Oh, we're starting.
I just needed to get to that point first.
He did that because he was holding in a fart, and so he needed to make a sound loud enough to hide the fart.
Please.
Ah! Oh, hey, the case
Shoulders
is
are
here.
sort of cramping. I needed to sort of. The prosecution is now ready.
Amazing.
Well, it didn't take him long this time.
What's up with Black Whale?
Now then, I shall give the opening statement.
Silence.
I'll do it.
You will? What an unexpected surprise.
This time I can't leave it to anyone else.
I see. Something is off with the two of you today.
Nah.
Nah, we're good.
They're
You
both
seem
good.
different somehow.
No, they're the same.
Your Honor,
Did
have,
we-
have you ever
did
heard
we-
of Freaky Friday?
Did you have relations?
No.
I
Have you ever
It's
heard
also
of Freaky
exactly what I
Friday?
was thinking.
Oh, Judge would be the type of guy to say relations. Did you have relations? Oh,
Yeah, no, Shasta, that was perfect.
Fuck. Very well, Prosecutor Blackquill, your opening statement, if you will.
It was just yesterday. The crimes in question occurred at the Cosmos Space Center.
Ah, the famous federal research facility of all things related to astrology, right?
Astronomy. It's astronomy. Anyway, a rocket was set to launch from there. But at 9:28 a.m., before they could even move the rocket to the launch site,
Loaded.
two explosive devices were detonated, and the launch was cancelled.
My word. 2 bombs? How dreadful.
The defendant in today's trial is charged with both the bombing and with the murder. One Mr. Solomon Starbuck. For whatever inane reason, he detonated a bomb on the rocket he himself would be in.
Solomon Starbuck? I recognize that name. Isn't he that famous astronaut?
Correct your boldness. Mr. Starbuck was the pilot of the Hat 1 rocket 7 years ago.
Hat rocket.
Hat 1. Hat 1. H-A-T? Hat?
Oh.
I'm gonna
they
say
said
hat.
they said hat in the dub, like
Yeah.
earlier. Yeah.
In the
Also a
Cutscene.
space priest.
Yep, that's definitely not just what.
Why is he missing
We
one
know it
glove?
can't be
Yeah.
we know it can't be Starbuck. If Starbuck wanted to stab him, he'd do it with his hair.
He'd go goat mode.
Yes. Unicorn mode.
Oh, why is Trucy here?
Hi!
She,
Yeah.
She's always here.
exists.
Oh, she's
She
always
exists.
here? Oh,
The whole time, one might say.
she's been here the whole time.
That's not true. I disappeared for a little bit.
I know, I think if I remember correctly, she is always on here.
No, I did a magic trick. You didn't see me for a little bit.
I took it out of the court record.
As you may recall... What? Oh, yes, sorry. As you may recall, despite some interstellar trouble, his mission was a success. Some say it was a miracle he returned alive. I suppose you could say he's a living legend.
Well, we won't be for long. 'cause we're gonna
I know
execute him.
this. I know this came out before the Lightyear movie, but I am realizing he's probably one big Buzz Lightyear reference. I mean, he's probably a Buzz Aldrin reference, and
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, Buzz Lightyear did exist before the Buzz Lightyear movie.
Yes,
That's
I know that, but the specific mission, like the solo mission thing, I don't think that was ever like a thing in Toy Story before the Lightyear movie.
I don't remember. I
I
don't.
have no
think so.
idea.
I mean, there wasn't, like, I mean, I guess there was it. He was like a solo space guy, right? But like,
Yeah.
there was. I did watch the animated series as a child, where he did have
Yes.
friends.
Yes. But in the universe of Toy Story, there was an actual guy who was Buzz Lightyear who had this epic space trip, which was the movie with Chris Evans. That he was like a solo for a lot of time because it was time shenanigans. And he came back alive, and that's what the toy line became about. It was based on that
Yeah,
guy.
this is definitely not that.
That
Just,
lore didn't exist
I know.
in the original Toy Story movies.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, I remember now. He's become something of an international celebrity, right? His hair looks a lot better there.
It is kind of better, yeah.
It's not rocket shaped.
Why did they blur the left side?
It's just all slurs all the way down.
I think it's just because like it is not
It's
important.
not relevant, but it
text.
is really funny.
They just needed like something to fill the space and make
Mhm.
it look like official, but it's
Yeah.
just not.
These are some really odd taglines.
Yeah, hopefully they let us see it clearly, but the judge needs to say things.
They even turned that incident into a movie and everything. We've got a real space pioneer in court today.
If not, I can send that picture to
Okay, please do. What the fuck?
I think it comes back again.
I'm sure.
I mean, hold on. Where's the Ace Attorney channel?
Oh,
I can never find things straight. Okay. This is the picture.
Knowing that's a movie, it is funny that Hollywood took a look at this man and was like, that's too on the nose, change his hair. We're not doing that.
Mankind's hope for the future. I've got to make it back alive. That is just a very extremely normal quote for the type of situation he was in. I don't think that's like that's not a weird thing to say. That's not a profound thing to say. The Hat One Miracle, moving and thrilling documentary in 3D. Come along on a captivating space odyssey that will take your breath away. Awful. Awful.
Fucking Christ!
Awful. That one line inspired the entirety of Mario Odyssey.
This is just all around a bad
Happy.
poster. I would not go to see this movie.
They would play that at the Air
I
and
didn't read
Space
that
Museum
line,
IMAX theater.
They would.
I
Yeah.
missed the line. But even heroes tumble from their lofty heights. Returning to the subject at hand.
Ah, yes. The victim was one Mr. Clay Terran, a subordinate of the defendant.
Indeed, a loyal disciple brutally stabbed to death by his mentor.
Stabbed to death, you say? You mean his death wasn't a result of the bombing?
Correct. Despite his lofty dreams, the victim was seen as an interloper by the defendant.
I'm seeing that Miles is a little bit quiet. I'm turning you up. Don't do anything else. Okay, there.
And so he was sent not into space, but into the universe which we mortals cannot see.
What?
The ethereal plane.
The Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
I think I've heard enough. This case seems pretty clear-cut at this point.
Just because a guy said some things.
Listen, all I need is theoretical motive. However, there is one thing I'm curious about. That metal box next to the witness stand.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Loser.
What?
It does look like a loser.
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 What purpose does it serve exactly?
And you asked so nicely. It's your coffin.
Dude,
Oh,
you
okay.
can't just so wow, shit.
Ah! Have mercy on me!
JK.
I jest.
He did, JK.
He really did just say lol, JK.
He did a little trolling.
It's evidence. Due to its immense size, we have little choice but to lay it where it rests now. We shall get to the contents of the box in due time.
Oh, is that bitch gonna be a witness? The dead one?
That bitch.
That dead bitch.
That really narrows it down. I know who you're talking about, but it's funny to be more obtuse about it.
Wasn't she already dead?
No, she dies during this case.
Oh, right. Okay. Phew. I feel like I just lost 50 years off my life.
Do
He's
you have
still immortal.
Does he even have 50 years left?
Athena!
I was going to make the same joke,
Yeah,
Athena, but
we
I knew you'd
all
make
were.
it for me.
We
Alex
are.
was also about to make that joke.
Inner monologue, Athena. Inner monologue. We have Rary's telepathic bond. I ritual cast it today.
Enough
Speak in
jabbering,
your
all of
head.
you.
Everyone
But
shut
if
the
she
fuck
does
up.
that, her little guy will just say it for her.
Bobby Fulbright's the name. In justice we trust.
He doesn't get his music.
Detective Fulbright.
It's really fucking funny that there's no music.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Very well then.
Silent.
I feel like this might be a programming error from Miss
Maybe?
Trigger Point. Because it
Right.
doesn't feel like there should be silence here.
Yeah.
Very well then. Please explain the details of this incident to the court, if you would.
If they don't go into his music at all and just go into the cross-examination music, I'm gonna be so confused. Yeah!
Oh my god.
What? They were like, look, it's only gonna be there
He
for a
doesn't
line,
get
not
his
right
music in court.
I guess it was only like
Really
3
cute.
lines of dialogue. They're like,
Yeah.
it's gonna play for like 2 seconds if they're not like us.
there. Yeah.
If the
Yeah.
players are not like us, yeah.
If they just skip through, like most people would just click through and it would be like 2 seconds.
I
On
think
it.
that would be funnier though.
First, take a look at this pamphlet from the Cosmos Space Center.
I have some bad news, folks. I gotta do a pee right now.
All right, go
Oh,
piss.
Damn, that's
dare you.
crazy. That's so crazy, dude.
Everyone go piss.
Piss
No.
break. Piss break time for piss.
I wish I could search quotes for piss.
Not on this channel.
On
You
this
can't.
cursed channel.
You can search for piss on my channel.
Well, we're not on your channel, are we?
Well, you still can. If you go to my chat, you can't talk to Nightbot.
Just have a nice little conversation.
So just go to my chat real quick and see if we've got any piss quotes.
I did actually go over there to go for piss.
And it was you.
And it was me. It was me.
It was Shasta saying, "Can we leave the piss alone?"
I'm sorry, Nightbot. I didn't know it bothered you that much.
It's really funny. I wonder if that's the only piss quote on my channel.
Surely not. We talk about piss so much. I do not remember the context of either of these at all.
Well, the second one happened in V3.
Oh,
Hey,
I was talking about the way that dogs do actually lie.
With piss?
Yes. No, for real. Smaller dogs will piss higher on stuff to make themselves appear bigger to other dogs in their territory.
Ah,
That's incredible.
that's really funny.
Yeah, it was like there was a paper about like animals like being intentionally deceptive, and like that was one of them. But there was like a collection of. I was reading something about it somewhere. No, it was a SciShow video that talked about ways that animals are lie or are deceptive. And one of them was dogs.
That sounds like a SciShow video, yeah, absolutely.
One of them was piss height.
A lot of these quotes feel like they're in conversation with each other.
I do like that so far all of the piss quotes have been from different people.
Yeah.
Wow. Good on us. We're all piss-minded, you know, inside. Just goes to show.
Oh, I forgot to do piss. Forgot to put on the piss.
I was like, that's not a piss quote. What's happening?
We have so many that we haven't repeated any yet. This is crazy. I can feel the regret still inside me.
Just like I can feel this.
Jesus Christ, we still haven't repeated any.
So many piss
The
quotes.
more we talk about this, the more now I actually need to go piss.
All right, well, it's a good time to do it. Okay, we got a repeat finally. This is Levi saying, "Silly Molly, we're always talking about piss."
Yep.
Got that one
And
twice.
so we are.
Oh God.
I think my name in your server right now is normal drink enjoyer or something, right? Because I was piss
Yeah.
drinker for a while. And I
Yeah.
was like, I can't let this be my like online legacy. I have to like get away
Needs
from
to
this.
Change, please. Yeah, normal beverage drinker.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
no, that's it.
before it was like average piss enjoyer or something.
Yes, okay.
Levi's just been soaking in the piss for so long.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
stop.
why you gotta put it like that? I think Shasta said sucking.
No,
Oh,
I
she
said
didn't.
soaking. I said soaking.
She
Oh,
said
okay.
soaking.
Okay, that's better. That's better. I would rather that than the thing that I thought you said.
Just sucking it down.
Oh,
Slurp, slurp, motherfucker.
we watched the quote of you saying that swag just the other day, Miles.
Oh God, what? I don't remember the context of that one.
Tyrion Cuthbert mentioned that he was missing something or something along those lines, and you, as I don't remember her name, was like swag.
Celeste.
And then you're like, why did I say that? I shouldn't have. Why did I say that?
Yeah.
It's really funny. Oh. Oh man. Woo.
Oh, it's still like the top of the featured ones.
What?
A great quote, or great clip. I love that clip.
it was funny. I didn't recognize my own voice there for a second. Like I heard that it did not. If I didn't know it was my own quote, I wouldn't have thought that first word was me. Weird. Hey, we did it.
That's it. Just lowercase
Found it.
p and everything.
Yes. I said that.
I wonder what the context was in The Sims 4 that got you
Me
quoted as
saying,
saying,
"Piss."
just piss. Like, nothing else, just piss. Welcome back, by the way, Alex.
Are you back?
Yeah, they're just sitting there quietly watching us.
Oh, okay.
I'm reading.
I see.
Oh, we did a bunch of quotes.
Yeah.
Mhm. We went to my stream to
Apparently.
search for piss quotes because we can't search your quotes.
He can't
And then I
search for
happened to, by dumb luck, get a piss quote anyway. I'm proud of us.
I see we shared the swag list, which is for some reason one of my top clips.
Huh.
And I said I listened to it and I didn't recognize my own voice at first. Like I know it was me, but it doesn't sound like me enough that I was like, oh fucking what?
Okay. Alright. Pamphlet.
In it, you'll find a diagram outlining the overall layout of the Space Center.
Gotta love layouts.
Yeah, here we are.
This isn't exactly helpful. Like, if
It's a
you're...
layout.
I mean, yeah, I guess. If you're like, I need a map because I'm visiting this place and I want to know where things are. Just saying what floors
It's in case you
there are
didn't
is
know
not
how
helpful.
counting works.
Yeah.
Well,
In case
you
you
know,
thought we started at 6 on the bottom.
sometimes buildings don't start on the first floor.
And this is where we keep all of our females.
We only have what?
One female on this floor.
We only have 21 of them.
But it does get up to 6 on the top floor. And the bottom
Very concentrated.
In the basement.
Boy, female?
It's the boy floor.
That's the boy. The boy femme. Just to keep the convention, we had to put femme after, but we put them all in the basement.
It's the boyfriend floor.
The boyfriend floor. That's where Clay was found.
That's where we keep Ken.
For a more detailed look at what's on the left side of this building,
There we go.
take a look at this cross-section that the police have created.
That we, the police, have created.
Jesus.
What a weird way to phrase that, Fulbright.
That we, the police, have created.
That way.
We,
It's good to know that there's
We, the
only
police,
there's
created.
only oh, hi Selena.
we the police,
Hey Selena.
piss on the police.
Is this the first I don't remember if this happened during Outer Wilds on Monday or if this has happened off
It's
stream yet.
Selena.
She did just full jump up on top.
Oh my goodness.
The chair is thick enough for her to stand on, and so she does. And
She's so excited about it.
yeah.
Hey Alex, does your back hurt less with this cool new chair?
It wasn't my back; it was my ass.
Okay, does your ass hurt less with this cool new
Yes.
chair?
Yes.
Speaking of your ass, we had that quote a few months ago. Ow, God, my ass.
That was
Hopefully we won't
probably
have-
the chair's fault.
So somebody was
hopefully we
hurting.
won't have any more of those.
The chair's legacy lives on in quotes. Don't You are not gonna be up there just to smack me.
But what if? What if she is?
Okay, well, she's just gonna be a parrot on a perch right now, I guess. We'll see if that...
Her tail is going so wild.
Yeah, she's so
Yeah,
excited to get
whacking.
there.
See the launch pad in the main building? The launch,
The
that's
launch
not me.
pad is the square building and the rounded structure is the main building, right? I can't read these labels you've put on here.
You got it! The incidents took place in Launchpad 1 and in the main building's lounge. I'll be using this diagram during my testimony. It'll make it easier to understand. Space Center diagram added to the core record.
Bye, Selena.
Bye, Selena.
Hey, what? Hey, pass Alex, I need to have a conversation.
Oh. Not sure is a thing to say.
I think the quotes from Paper Mario are some of the most unhinged shit you guys have ever
They
said.
really
Like,
are.
for real, it was one of them. That's
Wait,
like,
that was Paper
I don't like
Mario?
Paper Mario at all. But watching you and the two of you guys play Paper Mario is one of the most fun, wild stream series I've ever seen.
Yeah, every time a quote comes up from Paper Mario, I'm just like, what were you guys even doing?
The stream
What
of
was
consciousness
the-
for the two of us.
Yes.
What was the game?
You know, Mario eats stuff with his butt.
Yeah, that
Chugs
is what happens.
everything in that game. I did buy 1,000 Year Door, so
Oh my
I'll
god.
do it eventually.
Oh god, I still want to play that game one day.
You
Just play
Better
with
do
you.
it quick. Soon.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, soon. You know how I also said we're playing Resident Evil 4 soon? I
Soon.
told you and Tracy to be ready. We'll probably play it
Uh-huh.
sometime in March.
Lol.
Soon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You never said which March.
It's true.
So true.
2028.
Christ.
Just before the rocket was set to launch, 2 bombs went off. Boom! Boom!
Yeah, I'm sure the witnesses don't have any trauma related to loud noises. Thank you, sir.
No! 1 on the 2nd floor of the Space Center's main building and 1 in Launchpad 1.
Interesting. Taylor Swift!
Again?
Thankfully, only the 2 astronauts were in Launchpad 1 at the time. The 2 of them managed to make it back as far as the boarding lounge. But after the escape, 1 of the 2 was found stabbed to death.
After they escapade.
Death.
A murder on top of a bombing.
Bomb murder.
Detective, the victim was already dead by the time you arrived at the lounge, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. Thinking he'd sabotaged the bombing, the defendant killed him right there in the rocket. Just look at this tragic photo.
Oh my. Is that a knife in the victim's chest?
A knife.
He looks
No!
so flat. Like they've got wrinkles on some parts, but on his front it's just completely flat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, they're bulky. Yes, Your Honor! It's the knife that cruelly ended this young man's dreams!
They're bulky. Can be stabbed by this short of a knife.
Knife is also an iron. May iron his suit first and then stab him.
Yeah.
I see. Yes, well done.
The fact
You
that,
found it.
that it is this short, it stabbed all the way through his suit and into his chest,
And
but
still
it's
has this
still
much sticking out.
and it's still sticking out a little bit. This is how is this going to protect you from space?
I mean, theoretically, it's not.
What do you think's in space? Just
You're not
a whole
getting
bunch
your
of
knife.
knives?
Knife.
We
You
don't
think
know.
the danger in space is just stray knives?
Yeah.
It's the insulation of it all and the ceiling that keeps you safe. You don't generally have to worry about getting stabbed. in space.
No, but there's knife tornadoes in space.
Yes.
I think they're
Would you
on the
like
astral
to
plane.
explain?
No, I don't think Alex has to. I think we all understand that there are knife tornadoes in space. We truly know that. It is the truth. We can all agree on it.
They're
Just
right
off
up
the
there
top.
with
As
the
men
glass
woefully
tornadoes.
unprepared for the dangers of of going to space.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Uh, soon enough, there will actually be something similar if people keep blowing things up in space.
That's true. There is a lot of random shit up there.
Fair. That's fair. We couldn't
Let's
get
keep
any
going. We gotta
prints
keep
off
going.
it though, because the defendant was in his space suit. Utility knife added to the court record.
By the way, Detective Fulbright, why are the victim's helmet and right glove absent in this photo?
We had to remove them to identify him, Your Honor.
His glove?
I personally removed his glove during the investigation.
Wow, that's scandalous.
We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity, after all.
Yes, it would be very difficult to identify him without a face or fingerprints.
Historically,
Now, there's just one more thing I'd like to inquire about.
How good were his teeth?
he still had them.
What is this thing next to the victim in the photo?
Oh, you don't want to know where that goes.
Jesus Christ, Alex.
It was so important to the victim, he took it with him as he escaped from the launch pad.
His turtle.
A capsule that apparently contains asteroid samples.
Oh, it is an ass capsule.
Well, obviously valuable for research purposes, it has no relation to this case.
Yeah, they never do.
Never
I
does.
see.
So, we know that the bomb in the main building was on the second floor. But where was the bomb that was in Launchpad 1 located?
That one was on the rocket itself. It was situated around the central part of the rocket. Apparently, the area around the launch pad's elevator was a sea of flames. I would like to submit this diagram report into the court record. Court record.
Bombs.
Trials just started and we're already in a bind.
You get used to it. Besides, that's what cross-examination is for, right? What the two astronauts are doing at the time of the bombing, that'll be key.
Key.
Yep.
Yep.
Yahaha.
I'm looking at my shit.
Dead.
Okay.
Do you ever feel
Like a plastic bag.
like a plastic bag? Like a plastic bag.
Like an ass bag.
Like a plastic bag.
Okay, we're gonna press.
Do it.
We're gonna start from the beginning. I was like, I think I know which one to press on. We're gonna start from the beginning. Because we get into this and then I'm like, whatever I pressed it. How powerful were the explosions?
Well, the one in the main building wasn't strong enough to bring the place down.
Are you sure it wasn't just a big part?
But the room it went off in was burned black. Thankfully, nobody was hurt.
Master redeemed, no cursing again.
I
That was
can't see
wild.
it! Why
It was a while
can't
ago
I
at the
see
time.
it?
Let it die.
Due in large part, of course, to me stepping up to lead the evacuation.
Wait. What were you doing there in the first place, Detective Fulbright?
Ha ha ha! I'm Bobby Fulbright, hero of justice. I'll be there wherever and whenever people need my help.
Okay, but you were just there.
I'd go to the other side of the world, or even the edge of the universe.
I'm not sure he knows how far that actually is. But I guess I'll leave that one alone.
Admirable decision, Justice Dono.
Huh? What'd he decide?
Anyway, could you describe what it was like at the Space Center at that time?
The bomb cut the power to the central bank of elevators and the third floor lounge. It was pitch black in there, I tell you. However, the security cameras and whatnot were running on emergency backup.
And how'd the evacuation go?
I immediately and heroically whisked people down to the Space Center's basement shelter.
The basement shelter.
The boyfriend.
The basement shelter! Yes, there's an emergency shelter beneath the Space Center.
His voice has evolved. There's something more going on here. But I'm not sure what it is. An emergency shelter, huh? Oh, here it is. It's at the bottom of the diagram. The Space Center's pretty impressive to have its own shelter.
On this one, it says B1. On this
Well,
one-
the police made this one.
Yeah, that's fair.
The police said no boyfriends allowed.
Wow. Okay, so they don't. This is they got rid of the other one. Wow, the police are homophobic. We knew that already.
I don't know why you're surprised.
The power outage investigations seem unrelated. Evacuations seem unrelated.
Evacuation.
I'll be the judge of that. Police officers and riot police gave evacuation instructions immediately. For the power outage and the affected areas remained dark, the security system switched over to emergency power and continued to work. Evacuees moved to the basement.
Basement.
Yep.
Thank you,
That's all
Fulbright.
the last I know. There were 2 explosions in total, correct?
Yep, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Mides! Thank you.
This is how I stay sane.
Kill!
Hold it!
Yep. I had my knife ready. Don't worry.
Yeah. Let me get this guy.
No!
Mr. Starbuck rigged a rocket he was going to board with explosives.
Explosives. Huh? What are you talking about?
He loaded them with plosives. If the defendant really did play,
Thanks, Miles.
really did plant the bomb on his own rocket. Miles just making noises over there.
I mean, dude, there's explosive. That's
I
the
know, I know.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I
Am
think. I
is
thank
that right?
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
P is explosive.
He get caught in the explosion as well.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Fine. A simpleton for a simpleton. Fulbright, the motive.
Understood. The defendant actually had astrophobia.
Assphobia? What?
All right.
A fear of space. Astro.
Oh, okay. I also hate Geminis.
Just the thought of space can cause the afflicted to freeze up. And so, in his terror, the defendant found a way to stop the launch at the last minute.
You know you can quit, right? Like, that's not a valid motive.
No.
Quitting is an option. That's absurd.
He was famous. Unfortunately for you, we have evidence. Take a look at these.
What are they?
These anti-anxiety tablets were found among the defendant's possessions.
This man has anxiety. He must be a bomber.
Apparently, he was taking them in secret to quell his fears.
No, I'm sure he has trauma related to being alone in space.
There were a multitude of problems with the rocket Mr. Starbuck wrote 7 years ago. Rumor has it, it threatened to crash a number of times as well. That was, of course, very traumatic for Mr. Starbuck.
Objection!
That doesn't mean he'd go so far as to blow up his own ship.
Silence.
Shut the fuck up.
The defendant couldn't bear to mar his good name now, could he? Not after the media had branded him Sol Starbuck, space pioneer extraordinaire. Given these conditions, the defendant could hardly run away like some base mutt.
Like some basement?
What? So that's why you think he resorted to that bombing?
He did just call him a basic bitch, basically, right? Like,
Yeah, he did.
naturally. He constructed this as an act of sabotage in an attempt to blow up the Space Center, which would effectively abort the launch, but spare his reputation.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Gross. Now, I'm sure you understand why we have to bring justice down on this atrocious criminal. Criminal!
Did they give me the pills? No, okay. I was just thinking, if I press on everything, will they give
No.
me evidence?
Hold it!
How do you know that? Are you sure it was only to the two of them?
It was just before the spaceship was set to launch, so of course it was only those two.
Yeah. Well, there could have been someone else inside that rocket.
Silence.
The notion of a third party in the Launchpad 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the area from the lounge, one must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. And allow me to state up front that there are precious few with the clearance to do so.
Okay, so who has clearance?
Who has fingers?
Who's
A
got
fingerprint recognition device? Sounds as futuristic and complex as a space center.
Actually, it's not as amazing as you think, Your Honor. Take a look at this photo.
hand?
This is the door in the lounge with the fingerprint lock.
This is a Mogus.
Only personnel whose fingerprints are registered can pass.
Why do we need a picture of this? What are they gonna
So
do?
that you can see it.
Are they gonna say something about the trash chute? Or is that an emergency lock right there?
I see. That is very different from what I had in mind. And is there a record of the number of people that passed through that door yesterday?
Yes, there were only 3. The defendant, the victim, and the director of the Space Center, Yuri Cosmos.
Oh my god. But also,
Yuri?
there's a third one. Hey, what did we literally just say about, like, there couldn't be more people in there. There was only 2 people. But also the third one was there at some point.
But also there was a third.
Then doesn't that mean it's possible that the director is the one who did it?
Not a chance. He was in the main building when the bombs exploded at 9:28. Doing his job directing the launch.
What are you wearing about?
Besides having an alibi, he has no motive for committing these senseless acts.
Why are we doing this?
You're wrong.
Why are we doing your mom?
Selena! Is it because it's stream time and I'm not paying attention to you? Because I know
That
I
sounds
filled up
likely.
your bowl. I filled up her bowl yesterday. I'm gonna check it, and if it has any food in it, I'm gonna be mad. You're walking away, which usually tells me that the bowl does have food in it. It's so full, actually.
Oh my god.
Look
Who woulda knew?
how much food she has. Look at this. This an egregious amount of food.
It's comically full of food.
Oh my god.
You little shit goblin. You cannot do the food noises when you do not want for food.
But what if she did?
She's a fucking criminal. He has a point. I guess the director can't be considered a suspect then. Shut up. Shut up. We haven't even met this bitch. Lost pad, one door. Do I need to present the door? I don't know why. They'd be like, you also have to scan it on the way back. That'd be crazy, but
Hold it!
that'd be very Ace Attorney of them. So while it would appear that the pair barely escaped with their lives, in actuality, oh, the power is out. So how could they have opened the door?
Oh.
Interesting.
Magic.
One of them had already been murdered inside of the rocket. She's doing it lower now so you can't see it on stream. She's trying to fucking gaslight me. That's the angle the prosecution wants to push, correct?
You got it. In fact, that's what I've been trying to say this whole time.
You should have said it
If-
better.
If the victim had been alive, he would have for sure tried to stop the bombing.
Is there any chance Mr. Karen could have been killed before he boarded the rocket?
They were both alive and well at boarding time and embarked under their own power. Their hearts full of hopes and dreams of space. Dreams of space.
Dreams of space.
She stopped.
I love dreams.
She
Of
stopped when I
space?
moved the camera to look at her.
Dreams of space.
And then both of their hopes and dreams were dashed.
If I may continue my explanation, after the evacuation order was given, the defendant made his escape, carrying the victim to make it look like a rescue.
Oh my gosh, we're so hyper right now. Stop trying to eat my hand.
I
Okay,
don't think
but
she
No.
will.
Selena's really just, she wants it. She wants my wrath. Anyway, power is out, doofus.
Objection!
No! No! No!
I I don't know what this means.
No!
You're an idiot.
It's not fake. This the power was out.
You're stupid.
How do I connect those two things?
Was that an explosion sound effect just now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I-
'cause
they
you got
took
a
the
penalty.
Oh, I thought that was the soundboard.
penalty.
like-
Oh, Alex got penalized.
I thought somebody did a, like that, like.
Hey, why? Fucking stop eating paper!
Never!
It's such a shit. Here, I will grab your rocket that is conveniently placed on something I can drag over here with my foot. She just ran into my bedroom, so she's trying to get me to follow her in there. So I'm away from my desk. It's not gonna happen. Okay,
Objection!
no. 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 Selena, no. I have lost my health. I'm not consulting anyone. How do I connect? I think I'm right, but like, how do I connect the two dots? The power is out, so how do they move? I didn't press this one, so I'll press this one. And who was the first to find the victim?
Actually, there were two of them.
The Space Center Director, Yuri Cosmos, and Detective Candace Arm.
Whoa, crazy. I've never heard of her before.
And disarm what?
I think her
These
name is one of the
nuts.
most, like, sleek pun names in the whole series. Like, extremely, like, one of my favorites.
Really good.
It's like top tier. It's like real first name, like real last, like Arm is like
Yeah,
not
very believable last name.
a
Yeah.
very, very believable last name, real first name, incredibly good pun name.
They threw on that E, and it's like, yeah, this shit's legit.
Yeah, no, that does it.
Sorry. One of them was a detective.
Yep. Detective Arm specializes in bombings, you see. She and the director were ordering the evacuation following the explosions. They were also worried about the astronauts, so they hurried over to the boarding lounge. That's when they discovered the victim along with the defendant.
Two witnesses, huh? And one of them is a detective. Doubt either one would have anything to say that would help me.
I think that pretty much covers the details of this case.
Game. Do not give me a cross-examination sequence if the answer is not cross-examine him. Just let him give me stuff.
Only
what do you
the
mean,
victim and the
like-
defendant were
I mean, you
lost
did
that
cross-examine
when one
him.
was-
Yeah. What do you mean? Like, if it's
Alex
just like
is saying
all
that-
presses?
The answer
Yes.
is press everything, not actually present anything, which
Yeah.
is
I mean, that
both
is-
annoying and unclear.
Yeah, I guess.
That always drives me nuts when there's
Yeah,
like
it fucked me
something.
up a lot when I was doing, like, it was one of the few times I'd end up, like, going to a walkthrough or something, was like, I just couldn't figure it out, and then it was like, oh, just press this one statement that I thought was obvious, so I didn't need to ask about, okay.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's sometimes the very rare occasions where it's like, press this thing again after pressing the other thing. That's even worse. That was worse.
That one, those I don't like.
But this just press everything. I don't like. It's like I figured out a thing that would contradict, but they're not gonna let me do it because I'm a step ahead of the game.
Only the victim. Alright, so that. If this is the truth, then only Mr. Starbuck could have carried out this crime.
What little I could get out of him only hurt my case.
Justice Dono. Foolish is the warrior who rushes headlong into battle. Preparation is an essential element of battle, so I advise you to take a gander at this.
What?
Footage from a security camera. As the two astronauts emerged from the bowels of the Launchpad 1 corridor.
Pity.
The boarding lounge security camera captured their desperate escape. Now, I would direct your attention to what the defendant is shouldering. Which you can see is none other than the lifeless body of the victim.
You don't know which one's which. What?
Order, I say. This lines up exactly with what the prosecution has been asserting.
I should have known Black Quill would have something like this ready.
Apollo? How exactly did they determine that Clay was already gone in that photo?
Or if that was even Clay. What if fucking Rocket Man guy got hoided by the bomb, and so Clay pulled him out and then got stabbed while Rocket Man was honk shooing.
That's crazy.
It's almost like it's not an Ace Attorney game. It's like, what?
That's can't be it.
I see what you mean. Whether Clay is still alive at that point is why did I click? Whether Clay was still alive at that point is pretty crucial. Your Honor, please take another look at the footage. Is it possible that Mr. Terran was still alive here and that Mr. Starbuck was helping him?
I believe you're right. One man carrying the other to safety. What a beautiful expression of friendship.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Perhaps that's what it looks like to a one-eyed hothead and a dotard. But it only makes sense if it's the victim's dead body.
What do you mean?
Fulbright, explain it to Justice Dono.
You got it. Ready, kid?
Aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
Fuck you.
If the murder had occurred in the lounge, someone could have spotted it.
Oh, now you're eating.
I thought you were talking to Fulbright. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He ate.
So now
Anyone
you
can enter
eat
the lounge
Fulbright.
after all.
No crumbs.
Slurp, slurp. But doing it while they're alone in the spaceship, that's a horse of a different color.
Objection!
Or-
Objection! There were no horses! You can't deny that there's a possibility the murder could have happened in the lounge with the candlestick.
I can.
All
And
that
I
video shows is a man helping his fellow astronaut out.
Silence.
I can deny anything.
Your assertion is based on emotion.
They weren't gay. They wouldn't help each other.
It's based in your belief that Mr. Starbuck would surely help his own disciple. But have you no logical explanation as to why the victim could still be alive?
Unfortunately, Mr. Justice, the prosecution is right. Your argument is lacking in sound logic.
But it sounded perfectly logical to me.
Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no further objections, I believe it is time to bring this cross-examination to a close.
Objection. Well, thanks, Athena.
Your Honor, the defense requests a little time to think and regroup.
Given the facts, I'm not sure I see the need.
Ooh. What is it, Athena?
It's just, there's something that's been bothering me.
If it isn't the defense stalling for time, as always.
Yeah, and?
What of it?
Whore?
Very well. I'm feeling generous. You may have a small measure of time.
Yes.
You have 5 seconds.
Damn it.
Okay.
5 seconds!
4.
After that, I declare the cross-examination to be closed and a verdict to be rendered. You got also all this time while I'm talking. Your boldness. Raise your gavel high. It's time for a countdown.
Final countdown, in fact.
Oh!
No, there's a whole other case after this one.
Ready?
No. We don't have time! Spit it out, Athena!
Only 3 more seconds.
Look, I don't think the prosecution's explanation is very complete.
Meaning?
Meaning there's something missing! Like, they conveniently left it unexplained?
Let's just keep yelling at each other. Something they didn't explain. Something they didn't explain. Ah! You're right! I think I know what you're talking about.
Your 5 seconds are up, Mr. Justice. Is there anything about the prosecution's argument that you'd like to rebut?
No!
Rebut.
He's guilty, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I give up.
Your Honor? Guilty. Yes, Your Honor, actually there is. There's something the prosecution has yet to make clear to this short.
Short?
Short.
Short.
Well, if you put it
I'll
that
take it
way.
here.
Yeah.
I'll take it here.
Hey, ain't that the guy from Outer Wilds?
I'll take it here.
What is it that the
Did
prosecution
everybody else
has
here
failed
played
to-
Outer Wilds?
I think
Yeah.
we have all at this point
Yeah.
played it, yes.
All of us have, yeah.
I don't know if Alex, one of the funniest things, I don't know if you saw, but if you talk to Chert throughout the cycle, Chert can tell that the world is gonna end. Like he can tell the sun's about to
Yes.
end. So they get more panicked as you talk them through as you get closer to the end of the.
Oh no.
So, like, It's if you want to get all the achievements, you have to go through all the dialogues, in which Chert has several as you get later into the cycle, and they're like, "Oh God, the sun's about to explode. What are we gonna? We can't leave fast enough. What are we gonna do?" Like, really has like a full breakdown. It's fascinating.
Love Chert.
I love Chert.
Poor Chert.
Poor Chert. Which is why, like, in the end, Chert, like in the last scene, Chert's like, "Oh well, the sun did kill us, but we're all like." Kind of worked out, I guess, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's fine.
because Chert knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. What is the I was gonna say prosecution in a fun way, and all I could think of was prostitution.
Yes. That's it.
We have called Edgeworth a whore a lot, I feel like. You know.
I
Yeah.
think we call
While
them
we're in
whores
court.
a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
This is a court for perverts. The prosecution
court.
hasn't explained the defendant's motive yet, have they?
But didn't they just explain that Mr. Terran was a threat to the success of the bombing, so he had to be disposed of?
No! Wait! Time out, Your Honor!
Time out, Mr. Justice. This is hardly a sporting event.
Okay,
time out.
but the other one is, like, both of those were mentioned. The body was moved by picking up and carrying that. Fuck that. That didn't score me any point. Both of them were mentioned. Fuck you, game. I'm gonna die in the first day. Oh, why, not how. Okay. They have failed to explain why Mr. Starbuck would bother bringing the body back at all. If the
Count again by their inability to read.
I can read, just not well.
You say all the time out, you don't know how to read. You say it every time.
I don't know what you're talking about. If the defendant wanted to kill the victim, why didn't he just leave his body in the rocket? Why go through the trouble of bringing him back all the way to the boarding lounge?
Oh, that's true. I don't think we've heard the prosecution's thoughts on that yet.
That's because they have none, Your Honor.
Prosecution don't think.
No
After
thought.
all, how does
Head
one
empty.
explain something so logical? The prosecution is claiming that the defendant had moved the victim's body. But what if the entire premise of that argument was wrong?
Damn.
Damn. And the zeal theory, Mr. Justice.
Yeah. The defense proposes that the defendant didn't kill the victim, he was helping him. Eh!
Albright, explain it to our sad friend here, before I nod off to his monotone monologue.
I think I'm doing a good job making it dynamic.
Inform him why exactly Space Boy moved the victim.
I mean, they were both Space Boy, objectively.
Why Space Boy moved Earth Boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh? They gotta be joking.
Space boy
They gotta be jerking.
in love with Earth boy. It's simple. Mr. Starbuck did what he did to direct suspicion away from himself. He wanted to create the impression that he heroically risked his life to save his partner. That's why he made sure to make it to the security camera so there'd be a record. I don't know how to read. It's my turn to not know how to read.
Wait, okay. Well, hold on. So their logic,
I'm holding.
their logic
Mhm. Yep.
is that Clay was like, hey, don't blow up that bomb. And Space Boy was like, oh, I'm gonna blow it up, and you're going with it. And he stabs him. And
Yep.
then he's like, good, that guy is dead. Now I need to look good about it. And so he
Yep.
he dragged a stabbed corpse with the knife still in it
Yeah.
back and was like, yeah, he died from the bomb.
Yeah. What's wrong?
Don't see the issue here, Alex.
That
At the
sounds
very least, he appears to have achieved success with you and the old man.
seems above board to me.
One man carrying the other to safety. What a beautiful expression of friendship.
I don't know. I don't even remember when that happened.
Average person wearing a spacesuit weighs easily over 200 pounds.
I didn't hear the average part. I thought you said a rich person wearing a spacesuit.
A rich person weighs more because they've got all
also
their gold coins in their pocket.
They like they like to jingle as they walk down the bridge.
The spacesuit, the bottom 6 inches of their boots are just full of gold coins. Saving the life of a partner who weighs as much while trying to escape deadly flames with a dramatic sob story fit for the silver screen.
Indeed, I was completely taken in by the humanity of the story.
Oh, the humanity!
Yet the true ending is that all traces of his hammy act were meant to be blown up.
Oh, there's a true ending? Oh shit.
Ham?
We gotta start clicking noses.
Ham? Ham? Ham?
Ham?
I can't figure out A sounds. I can't do it. I don't know. I'm bad at it.
I want
Yes.
ham.
And now we arrive at the thrilling conclusion. The
Oh.
third explosion.
The thrilling conclusion. Boom! Candace didn't even get to
Blammo.
testify.
What are you
Kablamo.
talking about? There was no third explosion.
Silence.
Indeed, you are correct.
Hey, then what the fuck are you
Thank-
talking about?
But that is thanks to Detective Arm. It was she who identified and secured the bomb. However, it doesn't change the fact that the third bomb was discovered in the lounge. The steel coffin beside the witness stand. That would be a bomb transport case.
Oh wait, Candace is already in it, right? She's already dead.
That's what I said earlier, and someone said no, they
Yeah.
died during this case.
You're right.
Alex said she died during this case.
Yeah, I forgot. I didn't know what I forgot. what
Alex
you
said
meant.
that, yeah.
But yeah.
So Alex was wrong to me.
Okay, we can stop talking about my wrongness.
This was wrong to me. This is really funny.
We use that to transport the deactivated bomb here. Right, I didn't say that. It was found in the lounge. A bomb in the form of the most distasteful toy.
Yay!
What?
One on the second floor of the main building, one on the launch pad, one in the lounge. The defendant planned to set off 3 firework displays. Fortunately, the third was discovered before it could be detonated. For had it not, the victim's body and other vital evidence would surely have been immolated.
Objection!
Yeah!
Before you utter a word, if the evidence supports me, emotionally,
It's like he's reading my mind. Hi, Slayer.
as it is still undergoing forensic investigation, I do not have the evidence on hand. However, know that a peculiar item was found in one of Mr. Starbuck's pockets. Specifically, a bomb detonation switch.
Whoa.
An item in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Crazy. No one
This
could
man
have.
happy?
No one could have planted that on him.
Never. That's crazy.
Worry about what?
I suspect the defendant had no time to destroy such damning evidence. When the Space Center director and Detective Arms stumbled across the murder. So he thought to hide it in his pocket. Feeble-brained that he is.
Lord.
No! Mr. Starbuck would never do anything like that! Yeah! That was the explosion trigger. Wow, he killed Apollo.
He's dead now.
Justice Center, open your eyes and see the truth.
This appears to be irrefutable evidence that the accused set off the explosion.
No! There has to be some kind of mistake. This can't be the truth.
Still can't accept it. You'll believe your client come what may.
That's how this works.
Then why don't you cross-examine the defendant himself?
This has got to be a trap.
It's like Black was controlling the entire game.
He's Sans Undertale.
They know they're in a game.
Yeah, it seemed like he was waiting for me to bring up the body moving issue.
Why do you say that?
just the right argument when I pointed it out. And to really rub it in, he had a decisive piece of evidence up his sleeve too. He was trying to
Evidence?
shake my faith in Mr. Starbuck and break me down.
No.
Then making you cross-examine Mr. Starbuck was part of his plan too? Totally underhanded, but I wouldn't expect anything less from him.
Let us hear from the arch-villain, the fiendish murderer himself. Famed astronaut Solomon Starbuck.
Are you allowed to just say that?
When is the
Yeah, why
bomb
not?
gonna go off? And when are we gonna investigate?
Never.
Witness, your name and occupation, please.
I imagine, because I don't remember where they said the trial was in the first case, like the trial.
It's
that
like
they
a
were
door
on.
over.
No, I mean where it was in progress. Because I think that it was in this room. This is the room where it went off. So I just, I don't remember when they said it went off during that case, if they did. And I also imagine that it was like, the bomb went off, we're gonna time jump because another trial happens, and then we come back to this trial. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I always, honestly, this is the game where, like, if I ever try to remember the order of the cases, I have to, like, go look them up, because, like, I just
Yeah.
fully forget every time.
Solomon Starbuck, astronaut.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
How could this happen
Happen
to
to
me?
me?
Mr. Starbuck, you aren't looking very well. Will you be able to give your testimony?
No.
Well, unfortunately, no is not an option.
No is distinctly an option. You are never forced to. That's whatever.
You are being accused of a space center bombing and the murder of Clay Terran. Please testify to these allegations.
No.
In
Oh
this
shit, you
universe,
said it twice.
he must.
I'm sorry, Starbuck. We triple dog dare you. You must be on the stand.
Oh, mind if I take this suit off? It's getting really heavy.
Emotionally.
Silence.
Shut the fuck up.
It's not the weight of the suit that you feel, but of your
Oh
sins.
my god.
Okay.
All right, Sans.
Prepare to carry that weight for the rest of your life.
Okay, well, at least I don't have to carry another 200 pounds. Let me out of this.
Banish me to the moon. I don't care anymore.
That's where the ghosts go.
Banish me to the moon.
Banished to the moon.
Wow, that was super negative. Is he going to be alright up there?
Why isn't he having a positive attitude? He'll be fine, I think.
What I learned in my jujitsu class.
As long as he doesn't totally give up and say he did it, that is.
You would never.
He would never.
I've
He'd
never had
never.
a defendant do that before. I didn't kill him.
All I did was support Clay over my shoulder and get us out of the rocket. Like always, I took the elevator down to the middle level and headed for the corridor.
Okay, well, the elevator is down, so.
You're already lying to us. That's great. Good start.
Clay had passed out by the time we got the order to evacuate. Did I say it? I said it, right?
You said it.
Okay.
Alex
just
is
pondering
mimicking
this?
his pointing.
Oh, Alex is mimicking. We
Oh, I
can't
see.
see
Yeah,
the mimicking.
understandable. Yes, this is a good animation. I didn't kill Clay. I was trying to save him.
Didn't kill him. But you did
Yeah.
kill him.
Didn't Krill.
Didn't Krill.
So
No
you assert
problem.
that you didn't set off the bombs or murder the victim.
Are you sure you're not a murderer?
It would be really convenient for me if you were.
Bet you think I'm lying, right?
Yes. I reserve all judgment until after I've heard your full testimony.
I'm sure you don't believe me. I bet you don't even believe I'm an astronaut.
I don't think the judge doubts that.
I don't know, he might.
Would wear a suit like that except an astronaut.
I will say that when I saw you in that movie, you appeared quite courageous. Though I suppose reality never quite lives up to fantasy.
Damn, dude.
Wow.
Woof. That was harsh.
Oh, I guess I'm just a big disappointment.
Oh,
I really don't care what happens anymore.
Oh no! He's completely given up! He's
Oh,
going
no.
into despair!
Our client is succumbing to depression.
No!
Why is it question mark?
Wait,
Yeah, I don't
it's
know.
not him that time? What the fuck?
Was that
Yeah, that was
Simon?
weird. Oh, I think maybe it
Ugh.
was. Yeah.
What a depressing fellow. If you were to join me in the clink, I imagine that annoying sign yours would rub off on the other inmates.
Oh, I can scroll to progress.
Oh,
Oh, interesting.
Rubbed off
That's
on prosecutor
dangerous.
Blackwell? What is that gonna go?
Huh? That was Blackwell Slime?
Classic me and Miles having the same voice bit.
Yep.
Mr. Starbucks' testimony contains a glaring contradiction. The question is, what does it mean, Scoob?
It's like two big eyes emojis with the lips in the middle.
Even if Mr. Starbuck is
Hmm.
my client, I can't be gun shy now. It's time to find the truth. It's trying to shoot him with some truth bullets.
Yeah.
Selena, I'm begging you to stop making noises.
Objection!
I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream.
From the chandelier here.
Okay, when does it say that? Does the thing specify when the power was out?
When the bombs went off. Oh my god. Police officers, there was a power outage and the affected areas remained dark. The security system switched on emergency power and continued to work. Evacuees removed to the basement shelter.
Okay, I think you need to present the explosion thing because that's where they said that the elevator didn't work.
Objection!
The elevator is not
I feel that
is not in
they-
the elevator's not mentioned in the blackout report.
I feel both should work. They both mentioned the blackout. Mr. Starbuck, I need your testimony to be as accurate as possible.
Was I not being accurate?
No, because it's impossible for you to have taken the elevator down to the middle level.
What makes you say that, Mr. Justice?
Please recall where the bomb went off on launch pad 1. Also recall that after the explosion, the middle level elevator was engulfed in flames.
Oh, you're right. Which means...
Exactly. The launch pad's elevator would be unusable. In other words, Mr. Starbuck, your statement is decidedly inconsistent with the facts.
Please start being consistent with the facts. You're making my job harder.
What's with the helmet?
Ah! Mission command! Mission command! Do you read me? Come in, please!
Oh god, he's having a PTSD flashback.
Objection!
This is mission command. Stop fucking lying! I order you to pay attention! Stop this nonsense and answer my questions, Mr. Starbuck, or I'm gonna have to send you to therapy.
Not therapy.
My helmet! My oxygen tank!
Oh, Jesus.
Oxygen concentration, body temperature declining, requesting medical assistance!
Oh boy.
Fucking passes out.
Yep. I didn't even get to hear music more.
Mr. Starbuck, we are not in space right now. Please stop pretending you have lost consciousness and stand back up.
I apologize, Your Honor. I forgot I was still on Earth.
How did you do that? I feel like we all just got a real glimpse of Solomon Starbuck, the astronaut.
Yeah, I seem more like a pussy than an astronaut. Like an astronaut now than when he was doing all that science. Mr. Starbuck, could you please explain the inconsistency in your statement? About how you use the middle elevator?
I was nervous and I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I actually took a different route, I think.
A different route, you think? I would assume there'd be stairs.
I hope you're able to deliver a straight story this time.
No,
Like
it's
gay
gonna
shit.
be gay.
I'll get it right this time. Maybe. No, I mean, probably.
Probably.
It's understandable to be nervous, but let me remind you, your accuracy is paramount in court.
My escape route.
Stop it.
Let's see. My escape route. What I said before was a mistake.
Stop it.
I remember now. I took a different route. Maybe. Probably.
Okay, Athena, I think we're gonna have to therapize this man.
With the capsule and Clay in my arms, I made my way down from the upper level.
Been
Yeah,
waiting to
that's
do
not
therapy all day. I was hoping it'd be you, but he'll do.
So you're saying you escaped without using the elevator?
That's right. There's a ladder that spans the upper and middle levels.
You took an elevator with both of your hands full?
I used that ladder to get to the middle level.
He just hugged his
Yeesh.
body down there.
Luckily, the fire hadn't reached the ladder, so we could make our escape that way.
And the capsule you mentioned. I suppose you mean the thing next to Mr. Terran here? Was the capsule that important that you'd risk your life to take it with you?
It almost goes without saying, but yeah, that capsule contains asteroid samples.
Why were you bringing asteroid samples to space?
For testing what would happen to them in space.
They were already in space.
Therefore, it's invaluable as research material. With this spacesuit on, Clay weighed a ton, but securing the capsule was also important.
I need you to answer the question to your best of your ability. Mr. Starbuck, please remember that your verdict is riding on your testimony.
Maybe I am guilty after all. I wonder if you can see the stars in prison. Bet it's more comfortable than a spaceship.
Okay.
Please stop saying things that will help the prosecution.
Please stop. I'm gonna look at my shit again. Because I don't have anything specific that's like, dude, you were on a ladder. It's just like the. Sir?
A ladder?
How could you mistake such a basic fact?
Hey, everybody makes mistakes, but try
Everybody
thinking about the
has
vastness of
those
space
days.
instead.
Everybody knows
Everybody has
what I'm talking
What I'm
about.
talking about.
From Earth, it takes 4 light years to travel to our nearest neighboring star. So you see, compared to the vast expanse of space, human error is insignificant.
You're
Not in
so
court.
I wish
No,
you
he's cooking.
could
Let him
consider
cook,
a
let him
little
cook.
more significant than 0.
Enough jabbering. Get on with your testimony. Come on.
I love when he says jabbering.
Nonsense.
Hold it!
Oh yeah, I said this.
Maybe, probably. Did I hear you correct, Mr. Starbuck?
I didn't say either of those things. Mission control, come in, please. An error has occurred in the sound system. Activate the emergency tin can telephone. Oh no! The tin can telephones are ineffective in the vacuum of space.
Silence.
Stop this nonsense or I will sever you and your tin can telephone.
All right, I'm begging you. I'll tell the truth. Just don't sever anything.
Hello, is he going to be alright?
No. You probably should have had therapy a lot sooner. I'm starting to think he's not.
Let's see. So, about when we were running away.
Okay.
Hold it!
The upper level of the launch pad area.
That's right. That's what I said, isn't it?
Granted, that roof does exist. So, to recap, you had clay over your right shoulder and the capsule in your left hand?
Yeah. It's really important, so I couldn't let it get burned up. So even though Clay was really heavy, I couldn't afford to carry him with both hands. I did the best I could with him over one shoulder and with him over one shoulder and the capsule in my other hand.
I don't think the meaning of what he just said has hit him yet.
You know what you have to do with that statement, Justice Dono?
Shut up! Yeah, I know. Well, come this far, no turning back now. It's time to present some evidence.
So, Mr. Steinbeck escaped with Clay and the capsule, which means it's just like in the footage. I can see why he couldn't run though.
Must have weighed over 200 pounds just by himself.
Yeah, and he had to support Clay, who was another 200 pounds. Plus, he had to ensure the safety of that capsule. I don't think I could have even walked under those circumstances.
Walking straight forward is probably about all that I would have been able to manage. do I present the thing again? Because there's a ladder?
That makes sense, because, like, how, like, you're talking about trying to climb it.
Yeah, it's just weird that they were like, immediately after this, the like him saying it the first time, they mentioned the ladder, but no, like, why? It's just it's weird.
Objection!
Yeah. Mr. Starbuck, why don't you just tell the truth?
The truth? Let's see. The Earth is blue. No, that's not right. I guess the Earth isn't blue. Yeah, that's it.
The truth, Mr. Starbuck.
The oxygen concentration is super low in this area. Prepare the emergency oxygen tanks.
Mr. Justice, the witness appears confused. Please help draw the truth out from him.
Oh, Starbuck, under the circumstances at the time, you couldn't possibly have reached the boarding lounge via the upper level route.
Huh? Sorry, hold on. Hold on.
Hmm?
Holding.
Where the fuck is it?
Holding.
Never mind. I can't get it for some reason.
Not as long as this, dick.
Huh?
There it is.
Not as long as this was along the escape route.
As long as this schlong?
Not as long as my schlong. To get down from the upper level where the launch pad 1 corridor is, you would have to go down the ladder. Isn't that right, Mr. Starbuck?
Of course. That was the only way we could escape.
Objection!
But how would that work? At the time, you were supporting Mr. Terran over your shoulder, were you not? And remember, he was full of space gear as well.
Paul just says member.
Member full of
A
space
member.
gear. Alex, are you okay?
And member.
I was so tired. And remember, he was in full space gear as well, putting him at over 200 pounds.
200 pound.
200 poundo.
Well, it's easy on the moon. Gravity is only 1/6 of what it is on Earth.
We're not.
Objection!
What? Your Honor, this case took place on the moon! But the Space
Your
Center,
Honor, can I plead the insanity defense?
the Space Center is located on Earth. Short of being an octopus climbing a ladder with an adult male in space gear in one arm, while carrying the capsule in your other is impossible, wouldn't you say? He jumped.
Oh,
He dropped Terran and then climbed down after him.
Yeah, he just fucking up them. So, Mr. Starbuck, how exactly did you climb down that ladder with your arms full? Mr. Starbuck, come clean and tell us the truth now! I think he was passed out. I think that was Clay carrying him.
engineer! Where's that engineer? Oxygen leak detected due to faulty maintenance. Evacuate immediately!
Oh, he's gone. What the? He's flying the coop! Get him!
Ah! Help! I'm caught on the ceiling! Help! Anyone?
The bailiff pulls out his gun.
Bam.
Bailiff, prepare the cherry picker. We must launch our rescue mission at once.
I got a cherry picker right here.
Ew.
Uh,
Alex!
I'm referring to my gun. When it's cherry picking season, I just shoot the cherries right off the tree.
sure.
I don't think I have a gun sound effect anywhere in my thing, or I would have played a few gun sound effects. It's 10%.
That, you know what? That is what
Why
the
not?
cherries sound like.
Okay, when I said I've got a cherry picker right here, I was still referring to the gun. It's Toad.
Oh, it sounded like the beginning of the Scatman.
Up,
Like, yeah.
play screams.
Yeah.
No. No one has his screams.
Scream?
Where's his
Oh, you mean
scream?
like the way Toad goes? That one, yeah. Thank you.
He sounds wee. He sounds so desperate.
Well, that's one way to take off while being questioned. Uh-huh.
I'd rather prove his innocence so he can go to space again someday for real. I don't think he should return to space.
I don't think this man belongs in
I
space.
don't think he should go back to space, actually. I really wish he still had the parachute out, like they couldn't get it back in the bag. So he's just standing there with a cut up parachute on the ground behind him.
Found something.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now then, Mr. Starbuck, do you think you can keep your feet planted on the ground?
Yes. I apologize for losing control.
Are you ready to tell us the truth? I lost my copy. I had to steal it from someone else. That's my only crime, I promise. It's kind of a mediocre game, though.
Okay.
Ugh, not that! Anything but that!
What is going on? This isn't the Mr. Starbuck I know. It isn't Mr. Starbuck at all!
It appears Space Boy is prone to deception. Witness.
Yikes! Yes?
I thought your story odd, but perhaps the inconsistencies can be explained as the result of a medical side effect.
Ah! Prosecutor Blackquill, please! Please don't talk about that!
What are you talking about, Prosecutor Blackwell? His hair isn't just like that for style reasons. He's got a big old lump on there.
Didn't I already state that Space Boy is, ironically, terrified of going to space? That's why he took some precautions just before the launch.
Like a bomb! Or
Like a
three of
bomb.
them.
3. For you see, traces of this anti-anxiety medication were found in his system.
Okay, Blackwell, just a sec. Why would he take the things that help him go to space just before blowing up the spaceship and stabbing his friend? Meaning he's probably not going to space.
Oh my lord.
I don't think those two things go together.
Since things are about to nosedive.
You've got it all wrong! I told them during the investigation, too! I don't know anything about any drugs! I never took any medication, I swear!
It's found in his system. But he doesn't remember taking it. How could that be?
Somebody must have slipped them to me! But I guess maybe that's why I don't remember. Because of the side effects. Because of the implication. Sorry, it's just like the way he said that. Like, yeah, that's why I don't remember much about what really happened.
Ah! God, the back of his head is worse. I mean, it's what I expected it to be, but it's worse.
Order in the court.
What's really bad is I absolutely can see some guys having that hairstyle right now in this day.
True.
We can't get any useful testimony out of him if he doesn't remember anything.
Well, this certainly explains why his testimony keeps changing.
Ugh, why didn't he just tell me he couldn't remember?
I guess he didn't want anybody to find out he was terrified of going into space.
Maybe I really did do
Shut up!
Which brings us to the answer to our original question of how the witness climbed down the ladder with a dead body.
It does? So what is it?
A dead man feels no pain and makes no complaints, Justice Dunno. So the body was simply dropped down from the top of the ladder.
Oh my. I see. And then the defendant could climb down with his free hand.
If he was dead that close to him being dropped, absolutely there would be some marks that he got.
There would be some bruises
dropped.
and maybe even broken bones.
Yeah.
Objection!
Drop the body down! It was such a disrespectful thing. Besides, dropping the body down would leave marks on the body itself. Thank you, Paulo.
Thank you, Paolo.
So you are capable of quick thinking. Yes, you are correct.
I swear to God, dude, if you don't do it, don't. Don't. Really? Thanks. Ah! Huh? What this?
See, it's the oxygen tank from the victim's spacesuit. It's ruptured, and I'm sure you can figure out why.
You can't be implying it ruptured when the defendant dropped the victim's body.
I am, for they fracture easily when struck.
How? Were you gonna go to space with this shit? You fucking bang yourself. You get too much momentum. You bang
Knife
yourself.
tornadoes.
The knife tornadoes. But this isn't even about the knife tornadoes anymore. This is like you accidentally get too much momentum and slam into a wall. That's your oxygen. Goodbye.
You fall 30 feet in space, then bam, you lose your oxygen. You run into a knife tornado, bam, you're dead. All of
Well,
these
you
many
know,
dangers.
I think you run into a knife tornado anywhere and you're dead, but you know, that's just me.
Not
Listen,
D&D.
Cloud of Daggers is a very low level spell,
Yeah.
so it doesn't necessarily go.
Even if that's true, the tank's explosion and shrapnel will leave marks on the body. Yeah, according to autopsy report, only the knife wound was found on the victim's body. Please don't. Please don't. You're clearly grasping at straws with this line of
Are
reasoning.
you expecting an updated autopsy
I
report?
don't you dare stand where he stood.
Spacesuit isn't heavy for the sake of being heavy, Justice Dunno. It includes the latest technological devices and is made of the fabric of tomorrow.
The fabric of tomorrow
Damn,
can
okay.
stop bomb shrapnel, but not a knife.
It protects you from up to 20 feet of falls.
The fabric is made to protect astronauts from the dangers of space.
But not the knife tornadoes.
Not a knife.
There aren't that many knives in space.
So falling a few Earth yards would hardly leave a mark on the wearer.
Yours
Earth
are
yards.
different
Yards do not
Yards
change
are
when you get to
different.
space.
in space.
Shouldn't it be impossible to stab someone?
It should, and yet through sheer coincidence,
Fuck off!
He had an anti-space knife.
Coincidence now?
the knife slipped up through a weak spot in the suit's structure
Wow.
and found its way to its target.
Wow, crazy.
How
His
lucky.
Achilles knife wound to the chest.
There was one spot on this entire suit where he could stab it, and boy did he stab that spot.
They were like, but they were making the suits. They were like, we gotta put a weak spot on it somewhere. I guess we'll put it over the heart.
We can't let these astronauts get too powerful. What if they revolt?
Why would you put it in the worst spot? Like, Why wouldn't you especially fortify the heart zone?
Listen, the ghosts complain if we send them up there and they don't have any weaknesses.
Yeah, the moon's haunted.
You forget that our killer is an astronaut himself with a knowledge of how the suits work.
You
He knows
forget
that-
that the moon's haunted.
Our astronaut knows exactly where the weak spot is on every suit because they put him in the same place every time.
You got me there. I mean, I would
Yes.
assume they do. Yes, Shasta.
We give him a, hey, you don't get stabbed right here.
Just so you know, it would really suck if someone stabbed you right here. So don't do it.
I don't know. I assumed that it was like a structural weakness on accident, not a purposeful structural problem that they put there on purpose.
I don't know why you wouldn't think it would be on purpose, Shasta. You put structural weaknesses in things on purpose.
Sometimes you, yes, literally, yes, that's a thing that exists.
For some things, I don't think they do that for spacesuits though.
And now my argument has been proven. Get
Yeah.
fucked.
Get fucked.
Super duper proven.
Guess I'm fucked now. I don't know, man.
Man, how confident does your government need to be in the idea that there are no aliens to not protect the heart, especially?
Maybe
Like,
the
Oh,
aliens'
fuck
hearts
you.
aren't in the same spot.
you don't know
Basically,
that.
mean-
kill the victim in the
Yeah, I
rocket
guess
and then
that's
drop
true,
his body to the
actually.
upper level.
Like, when you're NASA, there's gotta be at least, like, a little bit of, like, should we give them a gun? Like, what if there's aliens? Like, there's gotta be a little bit of thought towards,
Oh, that is a
I mean, on the
hysterical thought.
on the off
Do
chance.
we give
Oh
them
my
a
god. Should we just,
just
You know?
in case?
You know, Ripley did a lot with the flamethrower.
Yeah, they're definitely thinking specifically about the Alien franchise. When, yeah, you're right.
I
And
don't
aliens
think a
like
gun would
stabbing
help if
things
it was
with their
that
nails.
alien. I don't think most earthly weapons would help if it was that alien.
A flamethrower does.
After
Should we-
climbing down, he shouldered the body and made sure the camera recorded them.
They've got oxygen already. We could just give them a little thing to use that for the flamethrower.
Oh my god.
What?
No room for
Jesus.
debate about these facts.
So it's a mutually assured destruction. You only use it in times of extreme need.
If you really have
All
an
the
alien
time.
problem and you need to burn it, you can use your oxygen.
It's clear that Solomon Starbuck is the only one who could have killed Clayterin.
Hey!
That's a lie, and you know it, you
Here,
stupid
the report
whore.
regarding the astronaut's oxygen tanks. Consider it my send-off gift. Feel free to use it as payment to cross the river Styx.
More like
Jesus.
send off grift.
Oh.
Ah.
What are you talking about?
The victim's tank was ruptured with 0% left. The defendant had 80. Remaining oxygen displayed on the left shoulder. Alright, hold on. Where's that picture? It said Fitty.
It's super duper said
It
Fitty.
said Fitty.
Hey, this report is pretty detailed.
This is Clay. It got smashed after. That's Clay.
We're all shocked.
Yeah. Tanks were functioning properly at the time.
Let's see. The
Display
display
on
on
the astronaut's left shoulder shows the oxygen remaining. Guess that means these glowing cyan digits represent the amount of oxygen in the tank.
glowing cyan diglets.
To the glowing cyan diglets.
I'm done for.
Yeah.
I'm going to prison instead of space.
It's really funny.
Space boy.
Boy!
Wouldn't you like to know, Space Boy?
Space boy.
Yes.
Take heart. The bejeweled night sky is still beautiful even when viewed through bars.
Fuck off, dude.
You mean the stars seen from prison?
This is why he became a prosecutor. He needs more friends. He wants people to join his book club.
It's really funny.
That's right. Your cell will be your spaceship. Picture the view through the iron bars. It's like being an astronaut in your own craft for all time.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's what he wants.
That's not a half bad thought.
Mr. Starbuck, Prosecutor Blackwell got to him good.
Ship prison cell. Fly me, my guilt, and my despair into the deepest, darkest space. And then, let's get sucked into a black hole together.
Objection!
Mr. Starbuck,
Got
you can't
that
give up hope!
despair disease.
Right. Oh, yes, Apollo.
You know, Clay really looked up to you. He said you really are an incredible man. He said you'd never give up your dreams and passion for space, no matter the situation.
He said that.
He lied like that?
So don't give up now and help me prove your innocence. For the sake of the man who respected in you and believed in you, Clay Terran.
For Clay.
You're wasting your breath.
Dude.
Can we please point to the picture?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Apollo, thank you. I can see things clearly now.
Listen to
The
your
rain is
raining.
gone.
Mr. Starbuck.
I'm fine now. Thanks for reminding me of my life's mission.
Right. We'll both be fine. I'll prove you're innocent. You'll see. And after that, we'll get you back into space. The way his bandages move. In the back.
Mm-hmm.
It sure is reminiscent.
Oh, yeah. You've ignited the booster rockets of my soul!
I
I'm
knew
on
it
fire!
looked familiar.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
I thought it the moment I saw them, I just thought everybody else also was thinking the same thing. and
I'm
didn't-
sure when he like we gotta see him with the jacket again because I think he looks so much like Kazuma in this game.
I am Solomon Starbuck, astronaut, a cosmic hero chosen by the universe itself. This is no time to be whimpering and crying. I can't let you and Clay down.
You already did.
Okay, Kaido.
This really is just kind of.
Wall charge.
The sun, the moon, all of space is calling me. Solomon Soul Starbuck,
So we
Soul
can't,
Bad Guy Starbuck.
we can't see what his hand is doing off screen. So I gotta imagine it's either a middle finger or he's punching. He's gonna go fight the sun and the moon.
Yeah,
It is
he
just
is
a push.
punching.
It is just he's just punching.
We saw him do it from the back, but in his initial break up, I guess, instead of a breakdown.
Ready for launch. Begin the countdown. 5,
4.
3, 2.
1!
1. The whole like lift off.
Swimming.
He's gonna swim to space.
Wait, hold on. He is okay. He did a little tippy toe.
It was a little tippy toes. You were just like,
I love
holy
this
shit, he is
character,
taking
man.
off. What the hell?
I love him.
The little tippy toes
Wow.
are really fun, though.
I feel like I've witnessed an actual rocket launch. Apollo, you did it! You broke Prosecutor Blackwell's grip over Mr. Starbuck.
I can't take credit. It was all Mr. Starbuck. He pulled himself through.
If you simpletons are done massaging one another's egos, no matter how positively your mood, my advantage remains unshakable.
Oh yeah, whatever. It says 50.
But I have but to wait for the final guilty verdict. Isn't that right, your baldness?
Yeah! I can't let up now. I have to stop Blackwell. I have to see this through. Mr. Starbuck just has to make it back to space. Aww. I can't allow Clay's dream to remain unfulfilled. I mean, Clay's not going to space. He's dead.
Yeah, there's no way for us to fulfill that,
Yeah.
actually.
Unless we take his ashes to space. But then that's pollution. I've got to destroy Blackwell's argument somehow. Think justice.
Take them up into space and throw them at the sun. Eventually, it'll stop being pollution.
The only people at Launchpad 1.
Why don't we just take all of our trash and launch it into the sun?
And if Clay was already dead by the time this footage was taken, then the only person who could have killed him is Mr. Starbucks. So the only way to counter Blackwell's argument is if I can prove that Clay was still alive when they arrived at the boarding lounge. In which case, I should be able to find some contradiction in the evidence itself. Now, let's just see about this data that we just received. This supposedly proves that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay's body into Launchpad 1. But if I'm going to prove that false, then there must be something I can use here.
Enough with this farce, your baldness. Let's have your verdict.
Objection!
Prosecutor Blackwell, you seem to be in quite a hurry to rush the verdict. But about this oxygen tank data you just submitted now. It says that Mr. Starbuck's tank had 80% remaining while Mr. Taryn's had 0. Do you stand by the accuracy of this report?
Horse.
Then I guess it simply means that it's faulty, as evidence goes.
You explain what you mean, Justice Dunno.
It's simple. This evidence contradicts the facts of this case. Take a look here at the detailed description and you'll see what I mean.
I hope you have some evidence, Mr. Justice, because I don't see what's so contradictory.
Yes, Your Honor, right away! This evidence that the oxygen tank report stands in contradiction.
Take that!
And how does this evidence present a contradiction?
The problem is this part here.
The big old 50.
Take that!
50!
That's not 80.
Note the remaining oxygen in Mr. Starbuck's tank as he carries Mr. Taryn.
It appears to say 50.
Yes, but according to the data, our client's tank had a 80% remaining.
The oxygen in the tank increased.
I see Your Honor finds it as strange as I do. Not enough there is a contradiction, but the increase in oxygen is beyond illogical.
Oh my, you're absolutely right. What's going on here?
Silence.
I too find it odd that the oxygen remaining is increased. It would be as odd as if my rations were to increase. But what does that prove? Doesn't change the fact that it is the defendant carrying the victim's corpse.
Hey, I'm going to bet you don't get more rations because you don't abide by the rules. Either way, the oxygen remaining shouldn't increase, just as your rations don't increase. Therefore, this new information is critical. We can't overlook it.
Silence.
This information is critical. We cannot overlook it.
It did sound like
In that case,
Obama.
you have them. Do you have in that case, do you have an answer to this riddle of the mysteriously increasing oxygen? You better not disappoint, or I'll declare the inconsistency as a mere equipment malfunction.
I stood next to a tree.
What?
Get more oxygen.
Prosecutor Blackwell has a point. Suppose it could be a simple malfunction. Mr. Justice, if you cannot provide an adequate counter-argument to this point, I'm afraid I must bring this trial to an end. So do you think you can explain why the remaining oxygen level increased?
Of course I can! The thing to do at a time like this is to turn my thinking around. Mr. Starbuck has no memory of it, but he claims to have been carried by clay. Or to have carried clay. So this man with the 50 on the tank ought to be Mr. Starbuck. But if anything, the display on this oxygen tank should have shown 80. This is a clear contradiction between the report and the security footage. So what I should be asking is not, why did the oxygen level increase? But what had to have happened to make it look like it increased? I'm making some kind of mistake in my big assumptions here.
Well, Mr. Justice, we're waiting.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm ready to answer. This is why the remaining oxygen appears to have increased. The victim was carrying the dependent. He has a child. What if it was the other way around?
The other way around? Do you care to explain, Mr. Justice?
As you can see, Your Honor, both men had their helmets on in this footage. But it turns out, this is where our base assumptions went astray. We assumed that it was Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Taryn, but it was the other way around. It wasn't Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Taryn at all. It was Mr. Taryn who was helping Mr. Starbuck to the boiling lounge!
It was what? Order! Order! Mr. Justice. You mean to tell me that the person on the right in this image is the victim, Clay Taryn?
Yeah, that's usually why people put name tags on their spacesuits. For this exact fucking thing. It's the only riddle it's the only way the riddle of the increasing oxygen level can be solved, Your Honor. At this point in time, the remaining oxygen in the victim's tank was at about 50%. And when the victim was found at the boarding lounge, his tank was at 0%.
Right. There's nothing contradictory about the oxygen level decreasing.
This means Mr. Taryn was alive as they made their escape to the lounge.
How short your memory is. Have you forgotten what you yourself proposed? Even if the victim was alive at this point in time, how did he descend the ladder with his arms full?
Prosecutor Blackwell, you can hurt me with a broken blade. You can't hurt me with a broken blade.
Excuse me?
It's true, we don't know how they got down the ladder. I suppose that matter needs further investigating. But we have proven that Mr. Taryn was alive when he reached the boarding lounge. This fact alone shatters your claims and opens up the possibility that the victim could have been killed by a third party. There were two people who claimed to be the first on the scene. Can we truly trust their statements?
Let's see. The two people were Detective Candace Arms and Yuri Cosmos, right? You think that one of them might have given a false statement to the police?
It's certainly possible. We might have to do a little more digging. Man, it would be really nice and helpful if Candace was around right now. We should really call her. Does anyone got her number? Her phone starts going off inside the thing.
It seems we'll have to hear the testimony of these first two people. Hear the testimony of these first two people on the scene.
Score.
Come to think of it, Detective Arms should be here in court right now.
Oh, Detective
Hey,
Arms!
Could you please just show Detective Arms to the stand?
Hold it. Hold it. Oh, it's dead!
Hey.
Oh no,
This
is he
was
talk?
Shasta.
Was
He's,
that
I think he's just
He's
talking.
he
talking.
needs to
talking
talk
out.
loud.
I have an
Yeah, I know.
announcement, everyone.
I've come to make an announcement.
What's the meaning of this? We're in the middle of a trial here. Please remain calm and listen. Someone has reactivated the bomb. The bomb was defused, but it's about to explode.
X.
Explode?
Fucking Jaws music, baby. A bomb now? Hey, we gotta run!
I'm gonna run.
He's gone.
Oh no! Everybody's panicking!
Silence.
Headless chickens with a death wish, the lot of you. Calm yourselves for all else.
Come on, Apollo, let's get out of here.
What about Mr. Starbuck's dream? Who will carry out Clay's final wish? The trial will keep going, Apollo. I don't care what happens to me. I'm not letting some bomb blow the truth up forever.
Apollo, if he gets blown up, then he can't do anything.
I refuse to let things end here.
Apollo, this is no time to be dramatic. If we don't get out of here, we're gonna die. Come on, this way.
Hey, ouch! Let me go!
Apollo?
What?
Juniper, she hasn't evacuated yet? Juniper, are you alright?
Oh, no, not that way.
Damn, that's crazy. To be continued.
Hey, we got through an
Hey,
entire
we-
court segment. Look at
We timed it pretty well,
Pretty
all things
well.
considered.
Yeah,
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Look at us.
Look at us. Who would have
Yeah.
thought?
Who'd have thought?
Who would've thunk? I think it's very funny. I'm just realizing Blackwell must have also gone to the hospital because that's the only way he didn't prosecute Juniper, right? He was involved in her first case, and he was involved in the case that got exploded. Why wouldn't he also prosecute the next case? he had to
Alright,
have
because he was
just gone.
paying.
Yeah,
Well, I don't think that. I don't know that he would.
I'm just worried about Seth Everman. He was in that courtroom.
The bald guy?
That was a quote from 2022.
Oh my god.
Just worried about him.
I'm worried about him. Okay. So next time we're gonna go back to this one because we shouldn't get into shenanigans. Next time on Monday we're gonna do more Outer Wilds. We're gonna do the DLC. I don't know if that'll take 1 or 2 streams or something. I figured it's probably not gonna be.
It's
I
about
got
as long as
through the game in like 5 streams, maybe 4 streams.
So it'll probably be 3 or 4 streams on its own as well.
Oh Jesus! Okay.
Yeah, so like the whole thing.
And then next Friday we'll do more of this. In other places, on Sunday we're gonna be starting Silent Hill 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, on Rowan's channel _vivid. We're gonna be playing Silent Hill 2 and experience the remake, not the original. And experience emotional purgatory. And then Tuesday we'll do Satisfactory.
The source of emotional purgatory.
So many streams coming up. Watch them or don't. It's up to you.
I won't.
But please do.
It would be nice.
I would appreciate
It
it.
would be real
Before you
cool,
call it.
actually. Anyway,
It would be cool.
good night.
So-
Bye bye.